Hi, Dr. Gary here on the road. We are dental practice brokers nationwide. Today's topic is when selling a dental office real estate along with your dental practice, who has the final say on the value of the dental office real estate or the dental real estate itself, if it's a self-standing building or condo? Who has the final say of what the value is? So we'll get into that today. So we have now entered 28 states. We have 10 employees, including 2 CPA accountants. We're here to help you at any time that you need us. Our contact number is 201-663-0935. And our email or our website is dentalpracticeguide.com or nationwidedentalpracticebroker.com. You can reach us at those numbers and our phone numbers. You can reach us from 8 a.m. East Coast time to 9 p.m. East Coast time every day except Christmas and Easter. So we're always available to you. Now, if you're thinking about selling to a large, and the information you're about to hear is all for entertainment purposes, it's only our opinion, it's not legal or business advice. If you're thinking about selling to a DSO because you have a larger practice over $1 million, 5 chairs or more, call us because we work with them all the time. We're like that middle person. We're the broker in the middle. Often our fees will be paid by the DSO, and we don't have just one favorite DSO. It changes every year, but they'll pay our commission, and sometimes they can get your legal fees. If you work with us, I'll get your legal fees reimbursed at closing, successful closing, based on certain criteria. So call us. We're here to help you with all that, and if you need appraisal also. All right. Now, getting back to it, if a doctor is selling his real estate and his dental office, who determines the final price of that piece of real estate? The buyer's going to have his thoughts, what it's worth. The seller's going to think he knows, but who has the final answer? Well, what happens is the bank chooses an independent appraiser. It's not a member of the bank. You know, they stopped that a long time ago. I think in Obama administration, it had to be an independent third party to evaluate the real estate portion of the dental transaction. When you say real estate, you're talking about the 4 walls of real estate. It's not inside the walls, which is the dental office. If you made significant improvements and all these changes to the office, well, that is going to go under the value of the dental office. You can always increase the value of the dental office or your appraised value, but it's not going to increase the value of the building. Now, the bank will bring in a third-party real estate appraiser that's approved and everything, and historically, they'll look at the values in your neighborhood, value of dental offices in the neighboring towns if they can't find it in your town, and they'll come up with they'll come up with a value. Historically, the value that the bank appraiser comes up with, which is, once again, independent, not from the bank, that value is pretty much what the buyer sticks to and the seller sticks to. However, if you as the buyer or seller are not comfortable with that number, I mean, you could bring in a third-party appraiser, but it has to be somebody approved from the bank. Excuse me. They have an approved list of real estate appraisers, commercial real estate appraisers, that they work with. So, generally, I've found over the years, not too many people dispute the real estate when the third party comes in, independent from the bank. Historically, everyone's in agreement. But if not, you as the buyer and or the seller can make a comparable, bring in an appraiser, a commercial appraiser, to make a valuation on the office. You're permitted to do that. And as long as the bank's in agreement with it, you could do it. There may be something the appraiser's missing, but usually not. They're pretty thorough, and that's what I've seen over the years. But now you have a game plan. If you have real estate, you have a dental office, and the value of the office is going to come from what the appraiser says it is, and that's from the bank. They try to be independent third party, and that's how you'll be able to handle that. All right? Well, thank you for listening. Now, stay tuned. We have a lot of new information coming out. Information about the DSOs starting to tighten up a little bit. Some of the DSOs had hiring freezes, and they fired a number of employees. But it's still a fantastic business. And now is the time to sell, that's for sure. All right, thank you for listening.